Good evening, great world. My name's AJ Curcio, and I'm here to tell you my story on my depression. I just want to get things straight. I mean, I'm not saying people think this way, but there's no better depression or worse depression. If you're going through this feeling, then you know what it feels like and what needs to be taken care of. So don't badmouth people on being upset because you're allowed to be upset. Pressure for me started November 4th, 2017, when I lost my uncle. He was an amazing person to me in my life. He was always there. Every time I talked to him, he was just that guy, and I loved him. The night my uncle passed away, I got home from work late night, and I woke up both my parents. I looked my dad straight in the eyes and I said, "What happens when it's you?" He said, "AJ, me and your mother are going to be fine. It's going to be okay." It's the only way I took things from my dad. If he said it, then I believed it. Until a week before February 23rd happened. I came home from work again. It was another late night. And I lost my dad. My dad went to the hospital. Says, "I don't feel good, I need to go to the hospital." And for me to know my dad, for him to want to go to the hospital, wasn't good. And February 22nd happened. Me and my sister are on my way. I'm on my way to work. My sister calls me and says, "You need to go to the hospital now." And right then and there I needed to go, so I went to the hospital. Talked to the doctors, heard every possible thing you can hear, but at this point in life, you know. You don't need to hear anything else. For 8 hours that day, I sat there and held my father's hand. I've heard my father say "I love you" once in my entire life, and it was that day. One of his last breaths was to say "I love you," and it destroyed me. I didn't know how to react. Nobody knows how to react. Next day I got the call I didn't want to get, but I got that the most important man in my life passed away. Possible to believe. Hardest thing to believe. I didn't know what to do. I felt empty. I felt lost. To lose him, there was no life, in my opinion, and that's how I felt. I didn't know what to do. But I had great people, and it's not always the case where it makes things better. But they were there. It was tough. I had sleepless nights. I had nightmares. I had nights where I drank myself to sleep. I had people tell me it's going to be okay. It is, but at that time it's not. So you don't want to believe things, and that's how it works when this is going through your head. May 24th happened. I got the call from my sister that Mommy's not going to make it. And me having to be the big brother and to be okay. I had to be the tough one, which is tougher than you think, because this little girl's been through a lot, and the last thing I need to let her be through is this alone. So it's tough. Granted enough, between all of this, I was talking to someone, so it made things 10 times easier. But at the end it didn't, because I didn't talk about things. I didn't talk about things to anyone. I didn't bring up anything to my best friends, to my cousin, to the girl I was talking to. I didn't talk to anyone. And that's what's tough. Everything was always okay. And that's when I realized I had a problem, because everything wasn't okay. And that's what made things harder. because I would say it's okay. And I wouldn't sit down and realize what I've been through physically, mentally, financially, emotionally. I wouldn't realize what I've been through. And that's what made things 10 times harder, because I didn't think about myself for once. I don't know. When it comes to depression, people go through other things different than others. There's not everything's not the same. I went through a lot of regret. There's times where I regretted things that never happen because I wish it happened, because I didn't know I was going to lose them. So right now I want you to stop from listening to me, and if you have a mom or a dad, seriously, please be grateful. Please. Because you have no idea. If I could have told you I would have lost both mine in the same year, I would have called you a liar. It's life, and it's the way it works, and it's the way it goes, and it's what you gotta deal with. And depression is just not about losing a loved one. If you lose someone to drugs, heroin specifically, if you get out of a long relationship, a divorce, it's okay. There's no steps of depression or no grades of it. You're not better depressed than someone else. Being upset is upset. I have nights where it sucks. I have days where it sucks. I have drives to work where things are terrible. There's days going through this, and I'm going to be honest with you because people need to hear it, that if I didn't wake up tomorrow, there's days I felt like if I didn't wake up tomorrow, then I'd be okay. That's how deep I want people to realize this. That's how deep I want you to feel it. And I'm awful talking. I don't know how to talk into a camera, but if I wrote it, I have my 10 best friends yell at me saying I don't know the difference between there and there, because I don't. But I want you to see it. I'm doing this physically because I want you to see what I go through. It's okay to talk to people. Please, for me, if you watch this video and you're going through a tough time, talk to someone. Because I haven't, and it hurts. And that's why I'm doing this. And this is why I'm showing the world this. Because everything's not okay at all. And if it was, then it'd be different. But someone's going through something at all times. And just talk to them. It's not for you to talk to them, it's for that person that's going through it, for you to go through it. If you're going through it, talk to someone. Because it feels much better if you do. Thank you. Thank you.